allowing them to flow and be processed in a healthy way. The journey is unique for each of us, therefore do not compare yourself to others. Each step you take is a reflection of your own story and experiences. Being aware of this brings a sense of peace and acceptance. Connecting with your inner self is what really matters, and celebrating your victories only makes you stronger. Therefore, practicing spirituality in your daily life is not just a choice, but a necessity for those seeking true growth. By integrating these practices, you not only transform your relationship with your body and mind, but you also align yourself with your most authentic essence. Ultimately, true transformation comes from within me, and each step you take on this path is a step toward a more fulfilling and fulfilled life. It's important to realize that our thoughts and beliefs form the foundation of our reality. When we allow ourselves to raise our consciousness, we begin to vibrate at higher frequencies, and this is reflected in our physical health. By becoming more aware of our thoughts, we can shape our experience of life and, consequently, our physical presence. I suggest that you also start to observe your own thoughts and how they may be influencing your relationship with your body. Remember that this is an individual journey, and each of us has our own journey. Share your experiences, not only to help others, but also to connect with them. Sharing experiences is a powerful catalyst for transformation. By opening up and showing vulnerability, you inspire others to do the same, creating a space for healing and mutual support. As you journey, stay true to your intentions and continue to release beliefs that no longer serve you. Visualization is another powerful practice. When we visualize what we desire, be it a state of health, a balanced body, or a new lifestyle, we are sending a clear message to our subconscious. It is as if we are creating an internal vision board where everything we desire is already real. This technique helps us raise our vibration and align our consciousness with the reality we wish to manifest. It is important to nourish this visualization with positive emotions. Have you ever felt lost amidst unexpected changes in your weight, as if your body is trying to tell you something deeper? These changes can be a powerful reflection of your spiritual awakening, revealing the connection between mind, body, and soul. In this video, we'll explore the signs that your weight may be linked to emotional and spiritual changes, and how you can embrace these lessons to transform your journey. Get ready to discover insights that can shift your perception and bring clarity to your path. I'm James, and my own search for meaning and purpose began when I felt lost, yearning for a deeper connection with life. On this journey, I learned that there is immense value in sharing experiences and learning from others. Consciousness as creator is a fundamental concept in understanding how we relate to the world and, by extension, to our bodies. Often, we don't realize that physical weight is not just a matter of eating habits or physical activity, but a direct reflection of our mental and emotional state. When we experience a spiritual awakening, we begin to realize that true transformation doesn't just happen on the outside, but rather on the inside. In my own journey, I've witnessed moments where shifts in my consciousness manifested physically. For example, during a period when I was deeply engaged in meditation and self-discovery, I noticed that my body began to adjust in ways I had never imagined. What had once felt like a constant struggle to maintain an ideal weight transformed into a state of acceptance and self-love. This shift in mindset brought with it a relief that was reflected in my body, allowing me to release patterns that no longer served me. When reflecting on the relationship between consciousness and weight, ask yourself, what are the beliefs I hold about myself? How do these beliefs affect my health and well-being? Identity and acceptance go hand in hand in this process. Weight change often occurs when we begin to shed identities that no longer serve us. Often, we carry labels that have been imposed on us, whether by family, society, or even ourselves. These identities can trap us in patterns of behavior that no longer resonate with our essence. During spiritual awakening, it is common for these layers to begin to peel away. When I went through a transitional phase where I was redefining my identity, I realized that some of my old beliefs were tied to a weight pattern that did not correspond to what I truly desired. By releasing these beliefs, I was able to embrace a new way of being that was more aligned with my true essence. This acceptance did not happen all at once. It was a gradual process of self-discovery and love. I encourage you to do the same. Question your identifications. Who are you really, beyond what you think or what others tell you? By allowing yourself to explore this true identity, you can find a new level of acceptance that can result in amazing changes in your life and your body. Accepting the changes that are happening is essential for personal and spiritual growth. Often, we resist change because the unknown can be scary. However, by embracing each phase of our transformation process, we allow the energy to flow freely, without blockages. This can be as simple as acknowledging that your body is changing and that these changes are part of your path. Resistance, on the other hand, tends to create tension and can manifest in ways we do not want. During my journey, I have learned to observe the changes in my body with curiosity rather than judgment. Whenever I notice an unexpected change, I seek to understand what it might be teaching me. Questions like, what is this change reflecting about my internal life? Or what aspects of myself are manifesting externally, help me deepen this connection. Self-acceptance is an ongoing practice and should be cultivated with care. Understanding that weight change can be a sign that we are leaving behind old identities is an invitation to reflection. Acceptance of who we are and who we want to become is a crucial step in our spiritual journey. Each of us is on a journey. This is a unique path, and the beauty of this process lies in the authenticity that each person can bring to their life. As you engage in this process of self-discovery, you may also notice transformations in your connection with your body and with life as a whole. I invite you to pause and reflect on your own journey. What identities do you feel you need to let go of? How can you begin to accept the changes that are occurring in your life? By opening yourself to these questions, you may discover a new level of freedom and self-knowledge that will enrich your spiritual and physical experience. It is a path worth taking, and one that can bring about profound and lasting changes. Ready to transform your relationship with your body and your consciousness? The 21-day spiritual challenge is the opportunity you have been waiting for to let go of old identities and embrace your true self. Discover how small internal changes can generate great external transformations. Want to know more? Check out the link in the first pinned comment. Emotions and food. The relationship between our emotions and food is deep and often complex. During a spiritual awakening, it is common for repressed emotions to surface, demanding our attention and understanding. Sometimes these emotions are so intense that we turn to food as a way to cope with them. This behavior can result in unexpected weight changes that serve as a reflection of what is happening internally. When we are faced with emotions that have not been properly processed, such as sadness, anger, or anxiety, the urge to seek comfort in food can be overwhelming. This search for relief leads us to make food choices that are not always healthy. However, by becoming aware of this pattern, we can begin to change our relationship with food. The first step is to observe our feelings and recognize that, rather than eating out of physical hunger, we're often trying to satisfy an emotional need. I have experienced this myself. During a period of significant change in my life, I realized that I was often turning to food as a way to cope with difficult emotions. It was a moment of revelation when I realized that food was filling an emotional void that needed to be addressed in a different way. I began practicing self-observation, questioning why I was eating at certain times and what I was feeling. This practice helped me to distinguish between physical hunger and emotional hunger. By integrating this awareness into my life, I found alternative ways to deal with my emotions. Practicing meditation became a powerful tool. Through meditation, I was able to sit with my feelings, allowing them to arise without the need to judge or suppress them. This practice not only helped me to better understand my emotions, but also to create a safe space where I could feel them without the need to resort to food. Over time, this change in the way I dealt with my emotions reflected in my relationship with food. I began to make more conscious and healthy choices that were no longer a response to an emotional urge, but rather a celebration of my body and what it needed. It is essential to address these emotions head-on, rather than hiding or ignoring them. This does not mean that you should deprive yourself of the foods you love, but rather that you should become more aware of what is driving your choices. Ask yourself, what am I really feeling right now? Am I eating because I'm hungry, or am I trying to fill a void? This practice of self-analysis can lead to a profound transformation in your relationship with food and, consequently, your weight. Manifestation and vibration. The idea that our thoughts and feelings have a direct impact on our reality is a fundamental principle in our spiritual path. Manifestation is not just about what we desire, but also about the vibration we emit. Each of us is a vibrational field that attracts experiences that are aligned with that frequency. When we raise our vibration through self-awareness, meditation, and spiritual practices, we can see changes in many areas of our lives, including, but not limited to, our weight. When we are in tune with our true selves, our actions and choices become more aligned with our deepest desires. Self-acceptance and self-love are essential components of this process. When we nurture these feelings, our vibration rises and we begin to attract experiences that reflect this elevated state. Unexpected changes in weight can occur as a direct result of this new frequency. As we become more aware of our essence, we begin to see our bodies as sacred vessels, worthy of love and care. I remember a time in my life when I have been involved in self-awareness and spiritual development practices. I began to meditate regularly and focus on positive, affirming thoughts about my body and health. Each day, I would visualize the healthiest version of myself, feeling what it would be like to live in that reality. Over time, not only did my perspective on my body change, but so did my relationship with food and exercise. My weight began to naturally adjust, not as a struggle, but as a harmonious expression of my inner state. It is important to remember that manifestation is not just about what we desire, but about the energy we bring to our intentions. Therefore, when setting intentions about how we want to see and feel, it is essential that these intentions be accompanied by inner work. Ask yourself, what is the vibration I am emitting? Am I aligned with my desires, or am I stuck in limiting beliefs that are holding me back? Practicing gratitude is also a powerful way to raise our vibration. By expressing gratitude for what we have and who we are, we adjust our frequency to attract more positive experiences. Gratitude not only opens our hearts, but also connects us to an energy of abundance, which can manifest in many forms, including changes in our bodies. So as you embark on the transformative journey that spiritual awakening can bring, remember that your emotions and vibrations play a crucial role. By integrating this awareness into your daily life, you will not only become more conscious of your food choices, but you will also experience a broader transformation in your life, a journey of self-discovery that can lead to a higher state of being and, consequently, unexpected changes in your weight and well-being. The importance of intention is deeply rooted in the way we experience life. When we set clear intentions about how we want to see and feel ourselves, we are, in effect, creating a path that leads us to that reality. Intention is a powerful force that helps us align our desires with physical reality. It is a starting point, a compass that guides us through life's turmoil. The practice of setting intentions is not just a matter of formulating superficial wishes. This is a profound process of self-awareness, in which we ask ourselves what we truly want for ourselves. We often walk through life with preconceived ideas about who we should be, influenced by social, family, or cultural patterns. By setting intentions, we have the opportunity to break out of these molds and make room for a true expression of our being. For your intentions to be truly effective, it is important that they are specific and emotionally charged. For example, instead of simply saying, "I want to lose weight," you could say, "I want to feel light, healthy, and comfortable in my body." This form of manifestation not only expresses a goal, but also evokes feelings that are associated with that experience. Emotion is the fuel that gives life to your intention, and by feeling the joy and gratitude of having already achieved this state, you begin to align your vibration with the reality you wish to create. Remember that intentions must be accompanied by actions. It is vital that your daily actions are consistent with what you wish to manifest. If you want to have a healthy body, it may not only mean choosing more nutritious foods, but also engaging in activities that you truly love. Intention is not just a thought, it is a call to action that aligns with your inner truth. Sometimes we may feel unmotivated or lose sight of our intentions, especially in difficult times. In these moments, it is important to reevaluate and reaffirm your intentions. The practice of visualization can be a powerful tool, allowing you to see yourself already living the reality you desire. This reinforces the connection between your mind and your body, helping to solidify the change you seek. Now, let's talk about releasing limiting beliefs. During a spiritual awakening, we often come across deeply held beliefs that hold us back in patterns of self-image and health that are no longer compatible with our true selves. These beliefs may have been formed over years, shaped by past experiences, criticism from others, or even family patterns. Identifying these beliefs is the first step toward transformation. Ask yourself, what do I really believe about my body and my ability to stay healthy? Often, these beliefs are so deeply held that they can go unnoticed. An effective way to bring them to the surface is through reflection and self-analysis. Write down your beliefs about your body and your health. As you do so, once you do, you may begin to notice patterns that are no longer serving your growth. Once you identify these beliefs, it's time to work on releasing them. This can be done through practices such as meditation, positive affirmation, and mental reprogramming. As you meditate, visualize these beliefs as clouds passing through the sky of your mind. Acknowledge them, but don't hold on to them. Let them go, allowing new beliefs that are more aligned with your true essence to take their place. Positive affirmation is another powerful tool. Replace negative thoughts with affirmations that reflect the reality you want to create. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I will never feel good in my body," change that to, "I accept my body and am open to positive change." Repeating these affirmations daily can help reprogram your mind and create a new pattern of thinking. Remember that releasing limiting beliefs is a process. It may take ongoing effort to dismantle these mental structures. Be patient with yourself and celebrate each small victory along the way. Each time you find yourself challenging an old belief, you are taking a step towards your true self. It is essential to understand that by releasing limiting beliefs, you are allowing new patterns of health and well-being to manifest. The body and mind are interconnected, and this connection is a central part of spiritual awakening. By taking care of your mindset, you're also taking care of your body, and this will reflect in visible changes in your life. Finally, you are creating a new pattern of health and well-being, and this is a reflection of your spiritual awakening. Body-mind connection. The human body is a physical manifestation of our consciousness. Every cell, every tissue, every form we take carries the history of our experiences, emotions, and beliefs. When we go through a spiritual awakening, this internal transformation is inevitably reflected in our bodies. And unexpected changes in weight can be one of the most obvious signs of this mental and emotional restructuring. One of the first things I realized on my spiritual journey was the importance of cultivating a deep connection between the body and the mind. This connection is not just a matter of physical health, but a continuous dance between what we think, feel, and how it manifests physically. For example, I have experienced times when I was deeply immersed in meditation and spiritual practices. During these periods, I noticed that my body changed in ways I could not predict. Sometimes I would lose weight without apparent effort, while at other times I would gain a few pounds, even without significantly changing my diet. These experiences taught me that weight is not just a matter of calories or exercise, but a reflection of what is happening inside us. When our minds restructure, we are often confronted with repressed emotions, fears, and beliefs that need to be released. The body responds to this, and this response can manifest as a shift in weight. So when we notice these fluctuations, it is essential to ask ourselves, what is happening inside me? What emotions are emerging? What beliefs are being challenged? To cultivate this body-mind connection, I recommend practices that promote mindfulness. This can include breathing meditations, where you focus on each inhale and exhale, allowing emotions to flow without judgment. Sometimes, sitting in silence and simply observing what arises in the mind can be revealing. You may find that some emotions that have been buried are ready to be felt and integrated. This process of acceptance is essential. By allowing ourselves to feel, we begin to release what no longer serves us, and the body, in turn, responds to this release. In addition, it is vital to cultivate a loving relationship with the body. We are often critical of our physical appearance, but this can create barriers that make it difficult to connect. Instead of focusing on imperfections, how about acknowledging and thanking our bodies for everything they do for us? Practicing gratitude for our bodies can be a powerful act of love. Looking in the mirror and affirming the beauty and strength of your being can change the way you see yourself and, consequently, how your body manifests itself. Practice S of self-compassion. As we navigate the ups and downs of weight changes, self-compassion becomes a powerful ally. Spiritual awakening is a transformative process that can be challenging and often filled with uncertainty. When changes occur, it is easy to fall into the trap of self-criticism, but it is crucial to remember that each phase of the journey is valid and necessary. During my own journey, I have found that self-compassion is a direct path to acceptance. When I faced unexpected changes in my weight, I often found myself questioning my worth and comparing myself to others. However, as I began practicing self-compassion, I learned to see these changes as part of my growth process rather than a failure. Treating myself with kindness and understanding is key. Instead of criticizing yourself, ask yourself, how can I support myself in this moment? What is my body trying to tell me? One practice that can be very helpful is to create a daily moment of reflection. Take some time to sit in a quiet place and visualize yourself surrounded by a soft, welcoming light. Allow this light to represent love and acceptance. As you breathe deeply, think about everything your body has been through and acknowledge that it's okay to feel lost sometimes. With each breath, feel self-compassion expanding within you, filling any space that was previously occupied by doubt or criticism. It's also important to remember that self-compassion doesn't mean settling or giving up on positive change. Instead, it's an invitation to be kind to yourself as you navigate these changes. Instead of pressuring yourself to follow a strict diet or exercise regimen, ask yourself, what does my body really need right now? Sometimes this might mean giving yourself permission to rest. Other times it might be a call to move in ways that feel pleasurable and intuitive. Self-compassion also encourages us to share our experiences with others. Talking to friends or a support group can be a powerful way to validate what you're going through. By sharing your struggles and triumphs, you not only find solidarity, but you also create a space for others to do the same. This sharing of experiences is essential, as it reminds us that we are not alone in our journey. As you navigate these changes, remember that each step is a valuable part of your spiritual growth. Practicing self-compassion is not only an act of self-love, but an acknowledgement that we are all human beings navigating complex experiences. By embracing your journey with compassion, you create an internal environment where transformation can flourish in healthy and positive ways. The path of spiritual awakening is full of revelations and learnings. By cultivating a loving connection between body and mind, and by embracing self-compassion, you open yourself to the possibility of true and lasting transformation. The weight of your body will become a reflection not only of external changes, but of a new perception of who you are and what you are capable of becoming. Integrating spirituality into daily life is a key aspect for those seeking true and lasting growth. Spiritual practices can often seem distant from everyday reality. Meditation can be done in simple moments, while having breakfast, taking a walk, or even waiting for public transport. The important thing is to find that conscious pause where we can reconnect with our essence. By doing so, we begin to observe our mind and emotions, allowing them to flow without judgment. This practice not only calms the mind, but also helps us tune into the energy around us, promoting a state of balance that is reflected in our body. But in fact, it is these small actions that connect us to our deepest selves and help us manifest the life we desire. Meditation, visualization, and mindfulness are not just esoteric tools, but rather practices that can be easily incorporated into our daily lives, creating a sacred space for personal development. When we talk about meditation, we are not just referring to long hours of silence in a secluded environment, such as joy and gratitude, as this further enhances the manifestation process. Each day, by dedicating a few minutes by visualizing your ideal self, you begin to shape your reality more effectively. Incorporating these practices into your routine requires discipline and self-love. It is important to remember that each step you take towards this state of balance is a vote of confidence in yourself. It can also be helpful to create an environment that is conducive to these practices. A peaceful space, with objects that bring peace and joy, can be a great ally on your spiritual journey. In addition, it is essential to cultivate a mindset of openness and curiosity. Each day is a new opportunity to learn something new about yourself and the universe. The connection between the body and the mind is undeniable. When we begin to integrate spirituality into our lives, we notice that the body responds to this change. Changes in weight, energy, and even health can be reflections of this new harmony. When we are in a state of internal harmony, we tend to make healthier choices. Food becomes an extension of our self-love, and physical activities become celebrations of the body rather than obligations. Celebrating the journey is an often overlooked but extremely important aspect. Every transformation, every small step forward should be acknowledged and celebrated. This not only boosts motivation, but also reminds us that the journey is as valuable as the destination. Instead of focusing solely on the results, which could be changes in weight or appearance, it is essential to appreciate the process of self-discovery that we are going through. Every challenge we face is an opportunity for learning and growth. The practice of gratitude is a powerful tool in this context. By cultivating a grateful heart, we attract more positive experiences and create a cycle of abundance in our lives. When you wake up, take a moment to reflect on what you are grateful for. It could be something as simple as the sunlight or the food you eat. This daily practice not only raises your vibration, but also changes your perspective on life. Recognizing that every change, whether internal or external, is part of a larger spiritual journey is liberating. Oftentimes, we get so focused on an end goal that we forget to appreciate what we have already achieved. Each segment of your journey, each emotion felt, each challenge overcome is a construction of your being. Accepting these phases is what allows us to move forward with ease and love. It is essential to remember that spiritual awakening is not a finish line, but a continuous path. As we move forward, new layers of consciousness reveal themselves, and it is natural for new questions and challenges to arise. The key is to remain present and open to these experiences, knowing that each one of them brings with it a valuable lesson. Therefore, instead of resisting changes, embrace them as part of your growth. The weight you carry, both physical and emotional, can be a reflection of these transformations. By integrating your spirituality into your routine, you become more aware of your emotions